get into some TMI homosexual news. And let's talk about Andy Cohen apparently having a sex tape out here in these damn streets. So yeah, Andy Cohen and his ex, John Hill, made a sex tape when they were together. But guess what? Y'all ain't gonna see it. Now, I was like, who's John Hill? I remember who John Hill is because John Hill has another podcast. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know he does like a podcast where he interviews adult performers and that sort of thing. It's a co-host situation because I remember he he did his finale along with his co-host at my friend Daniel Nardicio's spot in New York. And so I remember they did something there. And then they had Melissa Gorga on there and the finale as a guest co-host or something or another. So that was probably like maybe 2 years ago. So that's where I know John Hill from. So the 56-year-old Bravo boss who recently likened John Hamm to an A-list star, as in Nicole Kidman, because people don't know about the backstory on that. He was compared to Nicole Kidman because they said like he's having this sort of resurgence in his career and he's basically everywhere as far as an actor goes. But I'm like, isn't that what we want? Because I've always been a John Hamm fan. But he also went on to say this. He revealed that he has a sex tape with his theater actor ex, John Hill. And they filmed this about 20 some odd years ago, back in 2003. So John, who's 46, and it's funny, he's 10 years younger than Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen is 56 and John is 46. Who was also Andy's co-host on Sirius XM's radio show, Radio Andy, appeared on Watch What Happens Live on Tuesday. He was on the show to do a segment listing the 5 things Andy would do should do in 2025 as guest Raquel Shrevemont and Erica Jane sat nearby. Well, I don't know who Raquel is, nor do I care, but of course I know Erica Jane because of the Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now it came to number 3, where John shocked everyone when he said, "Release our sex tape" from 2003. Now Andy, Raquel, and Erica belted out a laugh before Erica quit. Wait, I kind of want to see it. Is it fun? Now, both guests pestered Andy about being able to watch the sex tape as Andy got uncharacteristically bashful. The host said, "You know what? I think there is one, but the format, it's on some janky format." His ex, John, said, "It's bad." Andy maintained that the video format would make viewing the sex tape impossible as he wouldn't be able to transfer it. The host added, "No, I'm glad. We probably can't even transfer it." Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erica responded, "Yes, we can." And yeah, there are ways you can go around to transpire anything that got to do with a sex thing. Because if it's on a cassette, on a VHS, there are ways that you can transcribe VHS footage to like you can put it on a computer and all that other stuff. There have been many people that have been able to do that. So I don't know if and don't get nobody on no idea because somebody might go up in there and break into your house and try to look for that damn footage. So I don't know if this is something that you should have put out here in these streets, sir. But so for those of you not familiar, Andy and John dated for 3 years in the early 2000s when John was still part of the original cast of Hairspray. Now, during an older episode of Watch What Happens Live, Andy explained that the two are in different places in our lives. And Hill also made similar comments back in 2010 when he appeared on Hot Takes and Deep Dives podcast. Now, he said it was heartbreaking and super sad, but like any breakup, it was time to break up. They also explained that he said at the time he was pushing 30 and was ready for a career change, which brought him back to LA. And Andy was media and all other stuff, so he stayed in New York. So, of course, because they were in 2 different places in their lives, and also they lived John was ready to go, I guess, pursue other endeavors. So he went over on the West Coast and Andy was going to be on the East Coast because, that's where all the media and stuff is. Media mostly thrives over on the East Coast, which is one of the reasons also why I came back to New York, because I think that in my heart of hearts, I don't want to do the whole acting, pursuing situation. Now, if that opportunity presents itself, then I will be open to it. But I realize I work better in the media space. So being in New York, it allows me to be closer to the whole media situation versus being in LA, which is all about studios and Hollywood and film and television and all that stuff. So they also said we were great together and we always made each other laugh, but we grow apart in terms of boyfriendness. We had a friendship, we had a love, but the boyfriend part was kind of fading. And I could understand that the relationship was amicable and all other stuff, but child, I could imagine is Andy as insufferable in as a boyfriend as he is on, on TV? Because sometimes he be working my damn root canal nerve when it comes down to like the way he be trying to OD with the personality and trying to be like this funny person. It's like, sir, you're not a comedian. Just be yourself. But you just be given the fake pomp and circumstance type of situation. He irritates my spirit when I'm watching him on well, when I'm seeing clips, because I don't watch it. But the clips and stuff that he does on New Year's Eve with Anderson Cooper. So there's that. But I'm like, yeah, this was a bit of TMI, but you want to know something? I ain't going to hold you. But because I'm nosy, I kind of do want to see that sex tape. And look, I know people that Andy slept with, friends of mine, who been in situations with Mr. Cohen. And I told y'all that story. So I say all this to say, what do y'all think of this story? Would y'all like to see Andy Cohen sex tape? And look, John is a good looking man. So I can see why he and Andy was getting together, but I'm like, child, you had to put that tea out there, and everybody wanted. Now everybody's gonna be wanting to see that sex tape. So whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments down below.